appreciate you being here today to talk about seniors, issues affecting seniors in the state of Montana, and especially here in Butte. I've been on what I call, we're on our second week of Easter recess. Last week we traveled around the state and we focused on college affordability. What can we do to make college more affordable for our young men and women that are wanting to go to college and graduating from college. And now we started on Friday to do more roundtables focusing on issues that will impact Montana seniors. Making sure that when we talk about Social Security, Medicare, those programs, people have worked hard, have been paid into them. We want to make sure that those programs are there for those people, for us. And so we want to, but rather than just come down, from Washington D.C. and tell people how it's going to be, I want to get input so that when I go back and sit on the aging committee, we can provide input on ways that programs that we think we could improve upon, ways that we can make the programs better, or any other issues that you may have on your mind that are affecting Montana seniors. So again, thanks for being here. But the one thing I do want to tell you, one of the last actions that the House of Representatives took before they went on recess was they passed what's called the Ryan budget. And the Ryan budget is not good for programs like Medicare, Social Security, and so I do not support the Ryan budget. I know we can make cuts in Washington D.C. and we have to make cuts. Washington has a spending problem, but I know there are ways that we can reduce spending without hurting our most vulnerable citizens, which are seniors, our children, single mothers and fathers, families who are working 2 jobs and barely making ends meet. So those are the type of programs that I will work to shore up and make stronger, rather than cut those programs. I spent 33 years in the military, working for the National Guard, and the defense budget I think is going to be about $625 billion this next year. And I know there are areas within the defense budget that can be cut and still not impact national security. So let's not cut programs that are going to impact our seniors, such as Medicare, turn that into a voucher program, or say that we have to change the ages for Medicare or Social Security. But let's find other ways to cut spending in Washington D.C. and strengthen these programs, because they are good programs. And I'm sure we'll talk about some of the stories of people that are using Medicare or using Social Security, and we'll realize pretty quickly those are not programs that we should be dismantling. But before I do that, I want to introduce my better half. I brought my wife Janet with me today, and she's been married for 29 years. We have 2 wonderful boys, and just had our grandchild is going to be a year old next month. So things are going well for our family. Janet works at an elementary school in Helena as a paraeducator, and she supervises or oversees 2 senior grandparents from the foster grandparents from the foster grandparent program. So, which is another program that is very important. Meals on Wheels. These programs that our seniors need. We need to make sure that we are shoring them up and not cutting them out of the program, because they are important to a lot of people. So with that.